Here's a story that could change everything you thought you knew about money, politics, and even your identity. In a world where technology keeps advancing at breakneck speed, there's something happening in the shadows. Something so big and so powerful it could change the course of humanity. But here's the thing. Most people aren't even aware it's happening. They're too busy scrolling through their feeds, tapping away on their screens. But what if I told you there was a secret movement happening behind all that noise? A movement that could shape the future of our entire species? Picture this. It's 2045. Technology has woven itself into the fabric of our lives. We rely on artificial intelligence for almost everything. But wait, why do billions of people depend on AI? Well, that's because everyone has left the traditional financial system, the banks, and embraced digital currency. But why did this happen? Let me explain. It all started with a small group of tech geniuses who had a radical idea. They wanted to create a decentralized currency, a digital cash that would be beyond the control of any government or institution. They called it crypto, and soon enough, millions of people jumped on board. Why? Because crypto offered something governments couldn't: true freedom. No more worrying about inflation, no more bailouts, no more interference. Just a currency that belonged to the people, run by the people, and for the people. But then came the disruption. You see, as crypto grew, a few individuals saw an opportunity to take control. They created a central bank of sorts, except it wasn't like any other bank. They didn't take deposits or make loans. Instead, they had something even more valuable: the power to create money. Yep, you heard that right. They could simply click a button and boom, new currency appeared out of thin air. How is that possible? Well, it's a long story involving complex algorithms and fancy computer stuff, but basically they figured out a way to manipulate the system, turning a bunch of ones and zeros into wealth. At first, it was just a small side hustle. But as time went on, things got bigger, bolder. Soon, these digital moguls were controlling the markets, moving prices up and down with a few keystrokes. And before anyone realized what was happening, they had built a new kind of economy, one where they held all the cards. Now let's fast forward to the year 2045. Those small side hustles had evolved into full-blown empires. The digital elite weren't just manipulating markets anymore. They were running the global economy. They were the puppet masters, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. And the craziest part, no one even knew it was happening. It's a story that might sound crazy, but it's closer to reality than you think. Every day we put our trust in computers and algorithms, hoping for a better tomorrow. But what if those same technologies were being used against us? What if we were living in a world where a handful of tech giants had too much power? Fast feed, endless entertainment, seamless shopping, it's all at our fingertips. But what if that convenience came at a cost? A cost that we didn't even realize we were paying? We live in a time where technology has made our lives easier than ever before. Smartphones, AI assistants, self-driving cars. But behind that shiny surface, there's a darker side emerging. Meet the new masters of the universe. Picture this: 4 individuals sitting around a table discussing the future of humanity. It may sound dramatic, but it's not too far from the truth. These aren't your typical billionaires. Oh no. These are the architects of a new world order, a world where they hold the keys to our existence. Let's get to know them a little bit. First, we have the maestro, the CEO of a giant tech company. He's the genius behind some of the most advanced AI systems in the world. Then there's the oracle, the mastermind hacker who knows the ins and outs of the internet better than anyone else. Next is the alchemist, a bioengineer who's pushing the boundaries of human potential. And finally, the weaver, a social engineer who can manipulate our thoughts with just a few clicks of a button. Together, this quartet has more power than governments, more influence than celebrities. They decide what information we see, what opinions we hear, and ultimately, they shape our very beliefs. But how did they get so much power? Well, it's a combination of factors. The maestro has developed AI systems that can predict our every move, from what we'll buy to what we'll eat. The oracle uses his hacking skills to gather intelligence on everyone, tracking our every step, every message, every search. The alchemist enhances humans with technology, blurring the lines between man and machine. And the weaver uses social engineering to control our perceptions, making us believe whatever they want us to believe. These new masters don't rule with an iron fist. They operate in the shadows, pulling strings from behind the curtains. They're the puppeteers of our lives, and we're the puppets dancing to their tune. They're not evil geniuses with a thirst for power. They're just smart people who played the game better than the rest. The rise of the digital elite is happening right before our eyes. It's a gradual takeover, a slow erosion of our privacy and autonomy. It's not a revolution, it's an evolution, a quiet shift in power that leaves us none the wiser. Imagine waking up in a world where every aspect of your life is tracked, analyzed, and optimized. Where every decision, every interaction is guided by unseen forces. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's not as far-fetched as you think. In today's world, we're already living in a digital cage of our own making. Our every move is tracked. Our every click is monitored. Even our emotions are analyzed. Companies have become masters at gathering data, creating detailed profiles of each one of us. They know our likes, our dislikes, our fears, our aspirations. And they use this knowledge to manipulate us, to nudge us in certain directions. But why? Why are they doing this? Well, it's all about control. Control over our thoughts, our actions, our very lives. With enough data, they can predict our behavior, anticipate our needs, and influence our decisions. They can shape our opinions, guide our choices, and ultimately, they can control our lives. In this brave new world, we're not just consumers, we're products. Our data is the currency that these companies thrive on. The more data they collect, the more control they exert. And they're not content with just a little control. They want it all. What's even scarier is that we're letting it happen. We willingly give up our privacy, our autonomy, our very freedom in exchange for convenience, for a little dopamine hit. We become addicted to the instant gratification that technology provides. And before we realize it, we've lost control. Are we doomed to live in a world where a few unelected tech giants control our every move? Or can we fight back and take control of our lives? Will you stand up and demand a say in the future of our society? Or will you sit back and watch as others take charge? If you feel like you're not alone in this fight, write yes in the comments. Let's see how many of us are ready to reclaim control of our lives. Remember, this isn't just a story. It's our reality, and it's up to us to change it. When you hear this, don't panic. Instead, start thinking. Imagine if we could create a space, a community where people come together to discuss ideas freely, to share their thoughts without fear of censorship, a place where the algorithms don't control the conversation. So here's what I challenge you to do. If you agree, if you're ready to join this movement, post this video in your social media. Let's spread awareness, start conversations, and awaken people to the reality of the digital age. It's time to take a stand and reclaim our freedom of thought. It's time to break free from the shackles of the algorithm. Don't forget to stay updated. Subscribe for more insights and join the movement today. Let's create the change we want to see in the world. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can break the mold. Join me and let's embark on this journey towards a brighter, more transparent future. Thank you for watching. And above all, stay curious, stay critical, and stay free. Until next time.
Attention. Pay very close attention. I'm about to show you something incredible in the next 3.1 seconds. Do you want access to Google certification methodology where you can earn $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, or even more? It's a methodology that very few people know about. A true blue ocean opportunity. Many people are making excellent money with this approach. Remember, this is not easy money. Easy money doesn't exist. This is something Google itself offers, and very few people are aware of it. Anyone can apply this methodology. We present the entire process in an ebook. It's something that has high demand in today's market. A huge opportunity, and you don't need to sell courses or anything like that. Plus, you can do everything from home. The original price of the ebook is $147, but you'll only pay half that, which is $73. Actually, you won't even pay that. The price you'll pay is just $9.97. It's practically free considering the value you're getting, and you'll also get an amazing 100% free bonus. And your risk is zero, because after your purchase, you still have a 7-day guarantee to ask for your money back. We give you access to all the content and the bonus, and you still have the guarantee to get your money back. Hurry and get the ebook at this promotional price, as it could go up at any moment. Click the link in the first pinned comment.